Hello, it's Common. Let's get into the nitty gritty. The FDA is no friend to the American people. They should call it healthcare for dummies. If you do any research on the foods that they allow to be sold to the American people, you would probably be pissed off. You're wondering why your mom or dad has diabetes. You wonder why you have heart disease. There are a lot of places to look up a lot of information nowadays. And I'd like to have an intelligent audience that doesn't take my word for things. Do a Google search on banned foods that are produced in America that are not allowed to be sold anyplace else. There are a lot of them. Yet the FDA says these foods are good. Well, how the hell can they be good when they're banned in other countries? Then we have the drug part. So you have us buy bad food with all types of chemicals in it that creates cancer, diabetes, along with other numerous diseases. And then you come back and say, we got the drugs for you too to help take care of that. When a lot of this could be taken care of just by you doing your job and looking out for the American people instead of looking out for corporations that are trying to make money off our backs. And then you don't want to insure us because we have pre-existing conditions? How do you think these conditions were caused? By the food that you allow to be sold to us. Now, how the hell does that work? Our government, sometimes they go above and beyond to show me personally that they truly don't care about its citizens. When you see a food is banned in every other country except for our country, that should tell you we need to pull this off the shelves. It's not good for people. But guess what? We're also the Drug Administration. We want to make sure that these pharmaceutical companies are making billions of dollars off of your bad health that could be prevented by the food that you eat. My daughter, when she was younger, she was about 7, 8 years old. And we gave the kids milk, not knowing what was in the milk. They were using a lot of growth hormones. And when my daughter was about 7, 8 years old, she started to go through puberty. It's like 7, 8 years old going through puberty? That's way too young for a child to be going through that. And then they put her, once again, they put her on all types of drugs. They put her on puberty blockers. They put her on antidepressants because she was too young to go through with that. She wasn't developed enough yet. And then after we did some research, we found out they're putting steroids in cows to help produce more milk so they can make more money. And guess what we did? No more milk in the house. And guess what happened? She didn't have to take the puberty blockers anymore. She got off the antidepressants. And it was all because the Food and Drug Administration allowed this industry to pump cows with steroids and antibiotics that went through the milk that went into my daughter. This is some bullshit, and we put up with it every single day. And guess what? As I said before, we take it up the shitter. There are enough videos out there. There are enough people out there that are saying that we Americans are getting poisoned by the food we eat, and the FDA doesn't step up and say, no more. You cannot pump cows with steroids, antibiotics, everything else, because it's going to pass into the people's system. But no, they don't do that. Because once again, they don't give a fuck about the average person. It's these corporations that have their lobbyists that are in D.C. saying, we want this. And they bow down to them as usual. So when you're wondering why your mom is sick, your father's sick, your child is sick, look at the food that you're feeding them. Because that's probably going to be the primary cause for all their illnesses. And on that note, learn more so you can do better, especially the FDA.